Hello, everybody. This is Come Law School on YouTube. So, today's topic is Korean law school versus American law school. Which is tougher? Law school is tough and challenging no matter where you are. But is it tougher in Korea or in the United States? Both systems have their own brutal challenges, from Korea's five strike rule, as mentioned in previous video, to the American bar exam process. So today, let's break it down. How do they compare and which one is harder? If you are considering law school or just curious about how different countries train their lawyers, this video is for you. Let's get started. First, let's talk about the admissions. In the United States, you need an undergraduate degree and an LSAT score to apply to law school. The LSAT is a logic-based exam that tests reasoning skills, not legal knowledge. After that, law schools look at GPA, recommendation letters, and personal statements. In Korea, the process is similar but slightly more competitive. Students take the LEAD, Legal Education Eligibility Test, which is also a logic-heavy exam. Here's the catch. Undergraduate GPA matters way more than Korea in the United States since most Korean law schools admit fewer than 100 students per year. So a bad GPA can kill your chances no matter how well you perform in the lead exam. On top of that, in Korea, there are only 25 law schools in the whole country compared to over 200 in the United States. This means that law school seats are much harder to secure in Korea, making admissions even more brutal. So, even if we take into account that in Korea recommendation letters are not required, in terms of difficulty, I would say Korea wins this round slightly. So let's move on to law school life. Once you get in, how do law schools actually study? American law schools follow the Socratic method. Professors call on students randomly and force them to answer questions in front of everyone. This is meant to teach students how to think like a lawyer under pressure. Korean law schools, on the other hand, focus more on memorization and lectures. Professors explain legal concepts, and students take notes and review for exams. There's s- significantly less classroom debate compared to in the US, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's easier. But let's be real. While American law students deal with academic stress, it's an open secret that many students rely on Adderall or other nootropics to get through their workload. In Korea, the pressure is mentally really challenging, but honestly, it stops at turning to Xanax or Zoloft because it's depressing and pressuring, but not as far to take Adderall or those stuffs. So if we are talking about sheer mental difficulty, I say Americans win this round slightly. Now let's talk about tuition. We all know how crazy American tuition fees are, especially nowadays. Law school in the United States can cost anywhere from $50,000 to $70,000 per year, if not more. And students have to take on six-figure debt to finance their education. In Korea, law school tuition is higher compared to other graduate programs or other undergraduate majors, but it's nowhere near as extreme as in the United States. Plus, students' loans in Korea are actually publicly managed, meaning that the interest rate is actually below the market rate. This makes that much more repayable. So this one I think is no brainer. America wins this round on difficulty. Now, finally, let's talk about the final challenge, the bar exam. In the United States, each state has its own bar exam, but most students take the Uniform Bar Exam or UBE, which is accepted in multiple states. The pass rate varies, but on average, like around 60% of the test takers pass. Now, here's where Korea gets brutal. The Korean bar exam has a 50% pass rate, which doesn't seem that lower compared to America's 60%, but with a twist. You only get 5 attempts to pass before you are permanently banned from trying again. Fail 5 times, and you're done forever. In the United States, you fail the bar exam, you can take it again as many times as you want, at least in most states. In Korea, failing 5 times means you just spent 8 years studying law for nothing. That pressure is next level, making Korea's bar exam objectively harder. So I'd say it's a no-brainer. Korea wins the bar exam round. So let's close this up. Let's summarize this. So which school system is harder, the Korea's or the United States? Based on our breakdown, we have a 2-2 tie because Korea wins in admissions and bar exam difficulty, and America wins in law school experience and mental strain and the tuition fee. But if you ask a Korean law students, they'll say their system is tougher. And if you ask an American law student, they'll argue theirs is worse. Actually, if you ask law students in any country, they would say their system is the worst and the most broken. In the end, it depends on what kind of challenge you'd rather face. What do you think? Would you rather go to Korean law school or American law school? Let me know in the comments. And thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more insights into Korean law school life. See you next time, and have a happy Lunar New Year.